Alrighty. Okay, okay, that, this, that. Alright. Well. Alrighty. So, got about 10 minutes before we're supposed to get started. So, I just wanted to meet the lobby. Oh, let's see. Damn, the Chiefs are decimating Blossom even with Poo not playing. That's crazy. We close that. So, how are we doing tonight, ladies and gentlemen? Damn, another Triskelion piece? Hey, yo, I won't say none of that. What is this? Talent scale. No idea. Alrighty. We look forward to a nice game, but this we will have a special guest joining us shortly. Just waiting for things to get started, and then we'll give him a call. So yeah. It should always be where and this. Yeah. Oh, perfect. Things are fine. The music sounds okay in my ears. So we'll close that. Here we go. And I don't need that open. I've already done that. Damn. Oh. We're on 2520, which does mean there's some more Azir changes or whatever. But I think the big thing to notice in 2520 is one, we covered it in the last series. Is there was some Graves finally seeing some play, and he's getting even more buffs like next patch or whatever. But essentially, he gets a little bit weaker in the early game, but much better scaled damage. So expect to see some Graves jungle. Orianna gets some early damage nerfs, but scaling buffs, so she's even better late game than she was before. Pantheon gets a little bit of a nudge in a positive position. It feels like they nerfed him a little too hard. So he's getting a little bit more monster damage, but I mean, Pantheon already super contested in our league anyways, so I don't think the nerfs were going to change anything. Volibear sees some decent AP nerfs, so maybe we finally stop banning Volibear in round 1, I guess. I don't know. Wukong saw some good buffs. So other than that, there's also the top lane detection, but this is more for like prestige than it is for academy, because academy players, they don't do anything. It's now until 4 minutes for top lane detection, and yep. So that is that. Make sure you also do your world's pick'ems, ladies and gentlemen, because it is soon. It locks in 2 days, so you don't want to miss out. Chance to get some cool emotes, and hey, if you get the Schloznaz, then maybe you can get all the ultimate skins. That would be crazy. But yeah, just waiting here on the Nordinos to do the lobby, or love you, I guess. I don't know who's making the lobby or whatever, but once we have a bit more information, we'll be able to get started. Hey, there you go. Speak of the devil, and they shall arrive. Here we go. Alright, so now the big thing about Nordians is that their game 1 looks great, because it's what we saw in the promotion tournament. They're not being punished in the draft or whatever, but after game 1, you know, it becomes kind of like a slippery slope. You don't know if it's going to be good Nordians or bad Nordians, because back when they had Blios as their AD carry, and I think like Azor in top lane and stuff, you know, the team looked phenomenal, regardless what like game in Fearless it was. It was also soft Fearless, so it didn't really matter too much. But in hard Fearless, you get punished a little bit more for having very small champion pools. So we'll see what we end up getting, and do we get the good Nordians? Guys, they often win game 1. They often do very good game 1, but then games 2 and 3 in these best of 3s for hard Fearless, that's when, you know, the slope kind of goes downhill. You know, like last week, game 2 was like okay, but game 3 was a slaughterfest versus the Chiefs. It was a murder of the crows. It was a murder of the crows. And if you've played Lord of the Rings of Third Age, you know exactly what I'm talking about, baby. Ooh, I got a cleansing crystal. Hey yo, Pog! 25 hard close. Pog! Let's go, baby. All right. I don't think I have anyone on the Love You, or yeah, I think it's Love You. I don't know. I don't have anyone on the Academy Love roster. I don't think so. They're free to add me if they want. I do have space. I just, you know, I don't think I've ever tried adding them. All right, here comes Reg. Here comes Strikey. Oh, right. What do we do about Chinese names? Okay. That's a good question. Yo, nope. Did they hear my comment? And I just left the lobby? Won't be too long. We're about 4 minutes before we should get the draft up and ready for you guys. They say we might have Nordians on red here for game one. I really can't complain. 27 hard clues, 23 dragon bones. Ayo, Pog. Alright. Soon we'll have more people joining the lobby, and then I guess we'll have people answer in chat. But it is what it is for now. It's a slow Sunday. It's not the popular people's match. No, that's Chiefs and Chiefs playing versus what's it called? DH Blossom. But I mean Blossom's like the dignitas of our league, you know, like it's just legit at the end of the day. I don't know. They had a good split one, but ever since, I don't know, this new roster kind of looks, it looks iffy. Very, very, very iffy. So, we'll see. I mean, 6 out of 8 teams will qualify for academy. Sorry, academy. I'm saying it in French. Jesus Christ. Academy playoffs. So there's 2 teams that won't be able to make it, and yeah, we'll see. I mean, if you get an 0-2 start, you only have 7 games. So yeah, you only have 7 matches. So if you get an 0-2 start, that's pretty grim, because then you have to win. I want to say you have to win at least 3 or 4 matches, like in total. Ooh, I got a notification on the Twitchies. Sounds good. So yeah. Kid, well done. Well, there's no one. The lobby is empty. Damn. Fantasy draft in the middle of a match. Imagine, bro, like you're on the desk, who's like, see the camera's like, dude just playing on his phone. It's like, yo, give me a second, I gotta lock in, like, I don't know, Patrice Bernard or something. It's like it is what it is. The famous quote. Damn, elite clues. Hey yo, what the fuck? Man, these elves are broken. Ever since I got this Iron Sensible, I feel like these elves are like, yo, we'll show them what the true drop table is. And I'm like, bro, I couldn't get this drop table while I was farming the damn thing. Like, hot damn, bro. Who's on the Love Shmoo? Let's see. Love Shmoo. Where are they? Love you. Roger Maniac, Guy Bird, Robin Stoll, Royalty, Zuruk. I don't. I might have Zuruk. But I don't see anyone online. So that's kind of suspicious. Yeah, that is very, very suspicious. Let's see, are they at least in the VC? I mean, there's 4 of them in the VC. Ah, there's royalty. Alright. Alright, the people are being invited. Alright. We should have the full lobby very, 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 very soon. Okay. Hey, don't worry, we'll get our special guest in shortly. Lets me know that he is ready. While we get things set up, make sure you get yourself a drink, a snack, or if you have to go to the washroom, take a quick break. It doesn't look like we're ready to start for the near moment, so got a few minutes to chillax and hang out. Dang, 40 clue scrolls in total. That's crazy, bro. That's like next level, bro. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do, bro. I want to go train Slayer after the stream, but like, bro, I've got 40 clue scrolls to do. I'm just like, I definitely can't do the Elite Guardians with like 30 HP. Nah. I might be like crazy, but I'm not stupid. My food doesn't even heal the HP it's supposed to heal because my HP is so low. My Constitution is trolling me here, guys. Like, it's crazy. We do have quite a few quests to do, though. I imagine people will start talking in the chat very soon. But so far it's very quiet tonight. I'll just say that much. Hey, at least I'm farming back some of the money I had to use for inventions. So, you know, there's a bright side to it. You know, I'm not going to be turbo poor anymore. But am I going to have enough money to do what I want to do? I really don't know. I really do not know. Oh. Say maybe we get a bit more insight on the side selection, because I don't think the draft has been prepared yet. Or at least it hasn't been dropped in the chat. So when I get a bit more info, don't worry, guys. I won't be the first. You'll be the first I tell, because you hear me yapping anyways. So. Any song requests? Video game song requests that I can take while we are just kind of, you know, waiting? If there's any video game song requests that you have in the chat from, like, I don't know, I guess, video games, right? Like just OSTs, soundtracks, whatever, you know? If you have some, put them in the chat. And gladly look them up, you know? It's video game music, but the only things that's copyright free, so I know it's not like the most popular music in the world. Don't get me wrong, I listen to different stuff when I'm off the broadcast, you know, but hey, Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. When you have limited resources, you have limited uses. Okay. Oh. Looks like the players are starting to change positions. Okay, so I do believe we have Love You on blue here for game number 1. And we have Nordians on red. So the junglers kind of share a little bit of a jungle pool, but I wonder if we're gonna do what we did in the Chiefs game where we just like turbo ban out to Papa. We try to force him on stuff that it's not necessarily experienced on. I mean, that is going to be what we're going to be keeping an eye on. All right, here's Zaruk. So I believe that is everyone. Yeah, that's 11 players in the lobby. 1, 5, 8, 10. Yep. Yep, everyone is here. So given shortly, we should have. There you go. I'm gonna do my my one-time advertisement in the game chat. If they do need the VUD, they can have it open. Anyways, it'll be public on the YouTube channel anyways, but the problem is in the Eternals Discord, 1, there's slow mode for like 6 hours, and 2, the links don't show it. 3, there's no general chat, so it's just like, it's rough. It's rough. That's all it is. Bam. Alright. So just waiting on Mr. Seeker, who will be our special guest analyst. Jeffling. Question mark? Jeffling? Hello? Can I has? Brother, please? Brother, please? Give me the draft link. Cause see, like all the resources or whatever, nothing is shared to me because I'm like an indie caster. So I always have to ask and stuff, you know? And it is funny that we were at like the Apex draft or whatever for like a week, and then literally since Ghost Nation said fuck that shit, bro, like everything is just done on Drafter, and that's hilarious, bro. That's honestly that's the cream of the crop, and it's already time to get started with the draft. All right, we are target banning Tupapa Senpai. So we'll see if Tupapa is able to overcome. Keep in mind, it's game 1, so there's a lot of good Tupapa champions available. Yo, what's going on, Patino? How you doing? The Ivor that we were dick glazing yesterday. Well, last time is unfortunately taken off the table here for game number 1. Is it permanently disabled? Because it is hard for us. The champion has to be used, but there's a big chance that this champion just stays perma-banned in series against Nordians, as we've seen what Tupapa is able to do on the champion. Hey, okay, we got some Nordian supporters in the chat. Sivir gonna be taken away here from Royalty. Is oh Jesus Christ. The chat is getting very haram from the start. Crazy. Alright. Well, the Nordian fanboys have come out in strength to cheer their favorite team on. Let's see if the Love You fanatics are gonna reply in the chat. Okay, so we're taking Strikey away from his lovely Syndra, and Alticor, known as a really big Ashe player. Well, he doesn't get the Ashe for this whole series. We're also banning away Morgana. Now, this is a champion that's risen up like support jungle in terms of a bit more viability, but yeah, I want to say it's a I'll be honest, guys, it feels more hit or miss than like striking gold. Okay, so we're getting Strikey on comfort here from the get-go. Game number 1, we have the Hui, and we've seen him. Yeah, no, Strikey likely isn't getting Syndra this whole series. That's the very big plausibility. All right. Well. Okay. Altacore now playing Jinx. I guess that's another one of his big champions. So the champion pool getting pretty thin here for Altacore. So we'll see. We'll see what kind of adaptations we end up having to get in games 2 and 3. But we get Wukong Aurora. Okay, so fantastic dive setup here from the side of Love You. Got the Monkey King who got some buffs on his E. Aurora who's basically never touched. Is that my boy Seeker pinging me? Sure. Let's start the call. Let's bring in my man, the Seeker. Yarg. Is my man Seeker gonna join the voice call? Ding, 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 ding. I don't know. Am I alone in this call? Hey, it's a Mr. Seeker. Welcome, Mr. Seeker.
Hello.
How we doing?
I'm alright.
All right. Good.
How about
good.
you?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Getting ready for game 1. See a lot of cozy picks here from both sides, so it's going to be interesting to see what we get for games 2 and 3. But in the second round of bans, it looks like we're banning champions that can hit turrets, because we don't like those champions, you know? Triforce, bad. Auto attack enhance on turret, bad. You know, we're banning the Ambessa, the Yorick, the Kemi, and then there's a random Ornn ban from Reg. But hey, this is it's not the popular stream to watch tonight, of course. But hey, I mean, if you're a Chiefs fan, you know it's probably gonna be a 2-0 for them anyways, even without Poo. So you can just come watch the stream anyways, right? A little bit of fun roasting.
Sir. Yes, sir. Do you have a Discord stream for me?
Yes. Let me pull one up. You're welcome. Oh, sorry, wrong screen. Let me. Sorry, yeah, wrong screen. There you go. Screen 1. So that way you'll be able to see the league game, because I have it. I don't have it. I don't have it full screen. I have it. Yeah. All right. All right. So we get the Braum here from Nordians in second rotation, followed by Karma and Cho'Gath for Love You. Okay, that's honestly kind of an interesting team comp. You know, you don't really see Wukong, Cho'Gath, and Aurora in the same team. Yeah, I mean, hey, I haven't really seen much of what Love You is able to do, but hey, Cho'Gath is always fun to watch. You get the noms. It's technically a secondary jungler should your jungler, you know, have skill issues. And yeah, but blind picking it and then playing into a set, I don't know. Do you know more about this matchup? Because I feel like every time I see Cho'Gath, it's either it's against Sion or it's against a champion like Shen. Like other than that,
I think
like
I think it's fine into set. I think this is just probably
it's just a tank
comfort pick from Reg, right? So yeah, it's fine.
Okay, sounds good. So yeah, we have a lot of aggression from Love You. So we're gonna see what they're gonna be able to do, especially in the early game. You know, the Aurora, the Wukong, and the use of the Ash arrows once we like hit the level 6 mark for objective fights, because there's a lot of dive potential from Love You. But I like, you know, the hodgepodge of what Nordians have. It's a lot of comfort champions, to be fair, for them. And well, game 1 in Fearless normally looks good. It's games 2 and 3 in Fearless that we kind of ask ourselves what's up, and because it kind of goes downhill from there. So we'll get the screens. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
So for me, the problem I see in this draft is the Braum blind pick. I usually think that Braum, well, in general, Braum is pretty bad into double range, so we'll have to see. I think what's going to go really crazy is when Karma starts roaming to Grubs and starts doing the 3v3s, because if you remember the Cho'Gath build where he would build full move speed,
yeah,
that indicates to you that Cho is crazy with move speed and Karma loves giving it to teammates. So I think if Karma gets a window to roam to Grubs and we get a 3v3 there, I think they're going to destroy them if that happens.
Okay. I kind of have like the opposite opinion because every time I see a Karma on a team or whatever, it often like even like when you watch FlyQuest or like other regions play, like Karma, like I feel like Karma is like the worst enchanter out of like all the available current enchanters that you can play. I mean, unless you're pairing it with like an Olaf or something, because you know you need to like give that movement speed to someone who needs to use it, right? And I mean, out of all the champions to give the Inspire Shield to, I feel like Cho'Gath one of the like less good picks, right? Because like I mean, yeah, sure, you can speed him up. He gets a chomp he gets a devour faster or whatever. But like when you give it on Olaf, it's basically like a second ghost summoner spell, right? Because it really like he really goes fast. It presents a threat, but like this, it feels like
I think you'll be surprised.
Okay,
I
all
think you'll
right.
be surprised, and I think you're right that Karma is a weaker enchanter than some others, but it's Braum, right? Braum into double range struggles quite a bit.
Yeah, yeah. But hey, at least on the good side here for Braum, you know, there's a lot of projectile-based things that this bot lane wants to use. You know, the volley, the enchanted crystal arrow, the mantra, the mantra Q. I forgot what the name of the Q. I just call it mantra Q because well, Karma. It's confusing ability names. I know Inspire. Because that's you know the name of a pro player, right? Inspire. You know, so Inspire. It's easy. It's easy to remember. But like the mantra Q, mantra W. I don't know. I call it the tether and like the. Yeah. But here we are in Champ Select. So, what are your thoughts on the Hui versus Aurora matchup? Because I feel like Hui, if he gets his shit pushed in or loses his flash early,
No.
It sucks.
No, I think it's quite easy for Hui. I mean, you back first, you get your Faded Ashes, and then it's really easy to you nullify the lane if you need to, right?
Okay, so you just focus on clearing the wave. You try and be non-interactive with the Aurora. You just push her in so that way she can't poke you through the minions.
I think it's fine if you're not careful. Of course, Aurora can do the surprising amount of damage, right? So you can get like one-shotted through a gank, maybe. But aside from that, it's not that hard of a matchup, I think.
Fair. Okay. I know Set has like some pretty good early game or whatever, like with the face breaker into the Q early, especially if he's not going like the grasp. If he what is Arrow's fantasy? It's for it is it's a gotcha game featuring women, a lot of women, but you can look it up on Steam. It's free to play. Anyways, back to the topic of conversation.
Sponsored, by the way.
No, not sponsored. me sponsored? Never. I wish, bro. I asked. I didn't get a response yet. But hey, the second they say yes, bro, I'm slapping that shit in the banner. I do not care. We are very lively here at Fallen Sectum Incorporated. So I feel like I don't know, like in terms of like
Nordian does have what Nordian does have going for them is that their team fight is like so much easier to play than
yeah.
Love needs finesse. They need to find a good arrow. They need to have Cho like kind of one shot someone, and then maybe you can win.
Yeah,
but for Nordian, you just click someone and you'll probably win.
Yeah, because you have the Sinzal, you have the Braum ride, where they can technically make Ashe useless, right? You have the Unbreakable up, you have the Crescent Guard, so range attacks aren't going to work on the front line, and then you have Set who can just, like, I don't know, take Cho'Gath and slam it into the Ashe, and then, well, I mean, Cho'Gath's got to build HP, you know? We're not expecting like, Luden's Shadow Flame Cho'Gath to, like, just try and one-shot the Set in the top lane, right? You know, we're probably expecting, like, I don't know, Heartsteel, Unending Despair, you know, good tank items, right? Because he's going to have to soak up the someone has to soak up the damage from this Jinx, and it clearly ain't the Karma. And I think Bird would be much happier if Roger Maniac is the one tanking the Jinx rockets than him, right? Because, you know, Wukong's got to be there. He has to be alive to use the second part of his ultimate in team fights. Which I feel often, like, when you have, like, a Wukong draft or whatever, like, a dive-style draft, you kind of need someone to take the brunt of the damage for Wukong so he doesn't instantly die when he's going in. Because he's often the one starting the team fight. So he's going to be in the middle of, like, 5 people while his teammates try to catch up. So we'll have to see what ends up happening. Because we've seen a lot of Wukong-style drafts or whatever kind of backfire in the mid-game. When the Wukong, you know, he finds an angle, but his teammates, you know, they're asleep on the computer and, well, hey...
Yeah, Wukong's good, but that's a tough draft to play into, right?
Yeah. Especially like with the Zinzal just being a good duelist. You have the Braum for the stun during the team fight. You have the Hui who has the fear. And then, well, I mean, sure, you find the Jinx, the Set could just ult you back into your team, and then, like, he starts the team fight. So, yeah. We got about a minute 30 before we get into the game. I feel like this game's really gonna come down to who plays objectives better because we're not really looking at split pushing. I mean, maybe from Reg's angle on the set, but Hui, Aurora, Cho'Gath, not really champions that are known for ending the game in a side lane, right? So we're probably gonna be looking more at front to back, full 5-man team fights, and I think the early game is going to be especially important because if you're down like 2-3k gold, you're gonna have to give up dragons, grubs, maybe even Otacon or whatever, and then it can like snowball into something that's much worse, you know.
I mean, yeah, if Love You play properly, Grubs are good. If Love You plays properly, it's gonna be tough to beat Grubs for Nordian. Braum is gonna be really tied down.
Especially if Roger Maniac holds his ult, right? Because that's like a guaranteed grub. Because it's like what? It's like level 1, it's like 950 damage, and then it starts to scale off your HP and AP or whatever. So that's better than a smite.
Yes.
So. But they did buff Wukong this patch. They buffed his E. They neutered the Q a little bit because it was a little OP, but they made the E a lot better. So putting early points into the Nimbus strike or whatever doesn't feel so bad anymore. There you go. Just mute the music. So we're gonna get into.
I'm pulling it up. I gotta look. Did they really touch Wukong? Huh?
Yeah, they buff Wukong. It's the World's patch.
Oh, yeah, E-base
so
damage is pretty big, though.
Yeah, they buff Wukong, they buff Pantheon, they nerf, well, they sort of nerfed Azir and Orianna while buffing Azir and Orianna. So, you know, they want the play-ins and the Swiss to be interesting to watch, and I fully understand them. Alright, here we go, we're getting into the game. Shortly.
Have they played each other so far?
This is week 2, so no, I don't believe so.
Probably in scrims then.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they've played each other in scrims. I've casted a lot of Nordian scrims whenever I get a chance to cast Nordian scrims or whatever, but scrims this past week have been pretty quiet. You know, like is what it is at the end of the day. Some teams scrim a lot. Some teams play once a week. And like their once a week game is their match, and that's a little bit unfortunate. But hey, you know, like different people have different availability schedules, and the hard work definitely goes to the people that play outside of just practice times. All right, here we go. We got it scrolled back. It looks good. We have 4 teleports, 2 grass for the top lane, so Reg's not looking for the most offensive style top lane build. You know, just looking to scale alongside Roger Maniac, not fall too far behind. I wouldn't be surprised if we see something like a Hull Breaker, because it's just naturally not that bad of an item from him, because, you know, HP, and it works with auto attacks, and makes you a bit more of a side lane menace, if anything. Ooh, okay, we got an invade here for the Chickens camp. Oh, okay. We're going to get an isolated Thunderbolt onto Zuruk, but it's just an attempt to get a ward out on the Chickens. And Tupapa is going to have his red buff warded, but he brought a sweeper along, so that means he was ready for it. So, hey, gold advantage. But in exchange for clearing out the red ward, there's now a ward on his Chickens. Let's go Baldy. Alright, so Strikey is bald. For the fans that wanted to know. Apparently, according to chat. I'm not citing credible sources right now. I'm just reading my chat. Alright. It's interesting. We did not see the Jinx take the early zap. Sometimes it's something we see, but I think from what I've seen, especially like in the NACL promotion tournament, we've seen a lot more of like a Q start here on Jinx. Just because you want to make sure you try and get that early level 2. And I think there's currently a Jinx bug that was spotted from TFT or whatever, where sometimes if you crit, it'll look like you get the Super Mega Death Rocket animation on minion kills. It'll be interesting to see if we find this bug in this game. I don't think it increases damage or whatever. It's for visual acuity.
Wait, excuse me?
So Jinx ultimate, you know, the explosion circle or whatever, sometimes when Jinx crits backline minions with fish bones, it'll show the Super Mega Death Rocket animation for like the hit splat. It looks a little bit weird, but I've only seen it on Twitter twice, so I don't know. I don't believe it's been hotfixed, at least not that I know of. But it's a visual bug. It's not game breaking. Thank God. No one wants to see Jinx at S+++ tier every game, anyways, right? I play TFT and she's played in every comp, so it's kind of dumb. Okay, so we see some trading here from Roger Maniac and Reg, but you know it's like just grass trades, trading the Haymaker for a Rupture, and here in the bot lane, it's all about that farming. I doubt we're gonna get any Winter's Bites. Ooh, wow, Reg taking a really nice chunk out of Roger Maniac's health though. And that is the thing about Set, you know, if he gets the E into the Q, into multiple attacks with a Grass proc, you know, it is a lot of damage. So you do have to be a little bit respectful early. Although Cho'Gath does have really good sustain, he has to be able to kill minions in order to heal up. Okay, we're getting the Hawk shot here to try and find Tupapa. We're not going to be successful, as we see he did start bot side. Ooh, okay. That missed cannon, though, for Alticore definitely is going to hurt when it comes to that first back. But I do believe that currently the only build here for Jinx is Yuntal's into IE, right? So we're not going to see something like a Collector first. That's some like Jhin and other aggressive AD carry players play. I haven't really checked much solo queue, but I've only ever seen Jinx build Yuntal's first. So we're either getting the 950 recall for Scout Slingshot and a Longsword, or getting the 1350 plus where you get the BF Sword. So we'll have to see here what Alticore feels like. He still has a lot of mana, given it the pots are still available for him, while Royalty has chewed through his pots. He still has his cookies though, but cookies really work much better when you're like a lot lower HP than when you're high HP, because you're just missing out on that percent health healing. Okay, level 4 here for Royalty. It looks like he is out of mana, probably wants to take a recall. We see he's at 900 gold, so more than likely Ashes go what? They go Kraken Slayer first, Seeker?
I think so, yeah. I think that's still the build.
Okay. So we see boost refillable and double daggers, so assume it's gonna be early Berserker Greaves into whatever he's got money for at the time. And Reg is just taking good trades here in the top lane. Trading grass procs, but also managing, he dodges the Ruptures, which is a big part of laning against Cho'Gath, because you get knocked up and then you get slowed for what feels like 5 billion years. I play a lot of Cassandra, and laning against Cho'Gath is not fun. I want to pull my hair out sometimes, you know? Not every champion can be Gwen, you know? Gwen is immune, shit's free. Okay. It looks like, ooh, okay, Strikey gonna get caught out here by Bird. Has the flash, but the Q here from Rope and Stool is gonna miss, so no flash invested. That is the early level 6 here for Roger Maniac. Not gonna opt to use a chomp on the minion wave. Would have it back by Grubs. But we get an early teleport, but here comes Tupapa.
Oh boy.
Ooh, he's teleporting into a gank. Let's see if he can get out of here. But Reg is not level 6 yet. The knockup from the Free Talent Strike comes in. A stunning Face Breaker is going to help. He does use the ult to get a stack, but that is first blood going over to Reg. And I feel like that could have been prevented if he just teleported to his minion wave that was coming in. That felt a bit riskier than it had to, you know?
Yeah, greedy teleport. I mean, we knew the pathing from the Xin, so we could have anticipated he was topside as well. But yeah, I suppose TPing at the tower, you wouldn't have missed the XP at all.
Though that does give Bird the opportunity to start this this dragon. I'm not sure what kind of dragon it is, because it doesn't show it on the first dragon, but it is a Keptech dragon. So early on here for Roger Maniac, that is a for Roger Maniac, Wukong and Karma. That's fantastic. The value of the shield and the healing from passives is actually going to be pretty good. So it's a really good counter take here from the side of Love You early on.
Yeah, the lane's been as expected, right? Ashe, Karma just pushing in Braum every single wave. I think this is why the Wukong path at bot side to cover his bot lane from the ganks, and it's worked so far, right?
Yeah.
They've been able to just farm non-stop, push them on their tower, get perma prio to the point they could just do the Drake, right?
But they haven't really been able to build up much of a CS advantage. You know, like 2 CS is like, it's okay, but you know, it's not like amazing, you know? You have this, like, pushing lane. You probably want a little bit more out of it. But, I mean, hey, it's okay. Honestly, I feel like as long as Ashe doesn't get behind, she can feel useful, because we've all seen it, you know, on Ashe, that it's one item versus a 2-item AD carry. It feels like she's hitting, like, paper on plastic. It just does nothing.
That's right, but I think you'd expect more out of it, right? The Jinx is still going to be very relevant.
Oh, yeah.
Well played by Nordians.
The late game scaling is definitely there. Tupapa here gonna get the audacious charge onto Ropenstool, but a nice, I call it a bunny hop, from Ropenstool to be able to get away. Keeps his flash, also doesn't burn the Between Worlds. Here, Roger Maniac is gonna have his ult soon for this coming grub fight. And, gonna get hit by the zap. Is Tupapa gonna look? Nope, the Monster Q comes out. And that's the start of the objective here. We've rotated the entirety of Nordians for this objective. Really trying to make sure that Roger Maniac isn't able to get a cheeky steal. And he won't have his ult. Okay, but here comes Ironbird. Looking, gets the cycle. The Between Worlds is going to be big. And now Altacore in a bit of danger. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow, though, is going to find the target. And Tupapa here has to flash away. Reg able to assassinate someone. And, oof. Okay, great team fight, though, by the side of the Nordians. Able to, you know, they get the objectives that they were fighting for. Sure, they trade 1 for 1. They trade Altacore for Roger Maniac. But the money goes on to Reg, and Reg looking to build this Titanic Hydra. He's going to be able to get some good plate money with this, because, believe it or not, champions that have abilities that work on turrets really destroy turret plates pretty fast. So if Reg is ever alone in top lane or wherever he is with a turret, bro, it's gonna be like a third date. You know, he's getting action.
Yeah, that was a really big heads-up play by Nordians, sending all 5, recognizing that the Ashe wouldn't move for it, and then using the Hui TP to save the plate's bot side. The only problem is, Love, you noticed that the Hui was TPing bot, and unfortunately for them, 2 people lived with like 1 HP.
Yeah. But hey, look, you just proc the passive, you proc the Demolish on the turret, and with the grubs, it's almost 2 plates already gone.
I think Reg is going to be a problem for the split pushing this game, and if he takes the Cho'Gath out of the fights, that's really bad.
Might get caught out here, but Altacore decides against continuing. Ooh, okay, a face breaker coming in. Reg is a little bit low, but we've got a pause here. Not too sure why.
I think Reg is seeing his jungler Tupapa coming top, and maybe he just wants to kind of lighten up the Cho'Gath, make sure they can kill him together.
I mean, yeah, there is no flash on Roger Maniac, so I mean, and we do not have the Showstopper. The Devourer's on cooldown, so you know he's not at like okay, that
bait is gonna work, yeah.
Like classic beta switch into the Haymaker, and okay, maybe it's enough. Ooh.
Oh.
But that health regen from the set is it's disgusting. It felt like he wasn't taking any damage. Yep. 3-0, up about 10 CS, gonna be able to push the wave in. There is teleport to punish, but it looks like he gets to shove in. He does have the Tiamat, so that will be his completed item on recall. Let's see here if he wants to get an extra play. Because he is gonna Strikey though, in a bit of danger. Ironbird is able to find him. Here comes the Glacial Fissure coming out. But Poticlé and Altacore have to play defensively. They lost that trade pretty handedly. And now the Monster Q plus the volley is going to be enough. And wow, okay, yeah, this is a DPS Karma build. We're probably going to see Malignance as the first item, as an indicator that she already has the Lost Chapter.
I think Malignance is smart. Like, you have a relatively low damage ADC, low damage top. I think it makes sense to go.
Yeah, but also, you
build.
have a Karma and you have a Cho'Gath and an Aurora, both who deal magic damage. So being able to reduce the magic damage means that the Cho'Gath ult does more damage, and Aurora has more burst, so she doesn't have to worry about getting the what's it called, that Bloodletter's Curse super early. You know, that's probably gonna be.
Correct too, yeah.
That's probably gonna be like maybe a third or fourth item style thing.
Big plays might love you. They really needed that because the set was really starting to be a big problem.
Oh yeah.
And
One
if they
more...
can win 4v4 right at
Yeah.
this dragon, then it's fine. If the Cho'Gath has to babysit the set all game, that's not gonna be a problem.
Yeah. One more wave though with that turret up top, and it's gone. It's one demolished proc and a few auto attacks away from just it being Jover. But they did claim the feats of warfare though, so they do have they do have 1 feat up. Okay, we're fighting over this Infernal, but it looks like it's not gonna be contested. And Reg here just showing the power of the set W and the Titanic Hydra. And now we've got a face. No face breaker to punish. We've got still a minute and a half here on these plays to see if Reg is going to be able to farm out a bit more money. They've done a good job, though, defending the bot lane turret, even though they've had negative priority this entire game. Strikey, though, once again, caught with his pants down, and that's going to be IR Bird finding yet another kill on the mid laner. And
yeah, see, that's the problem with that matchup. You walk up to clear the wave, and it's fine. You can dodge the matchup, but if the Wukong has good timings, which Bird has been having very good timings, you can punish him pretty hard.
And yeah, I mean, until Hui gets those 2 like burn items for super wave clear, and sometimes he doesn't even opt for the Leandres, but I mean, there's a Cho'Gath, so there could be an excuse that it's valuable, right? Until he gets those 2 double burn items, his wave clear isn't that amazing.
He one-shots them now, the wave, by the way.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know.
He with Torch, you just do the burn and then you claw the melees and they all disappear.
Okay, that's good to know.
And level 9. You need level 9 too.
Okay, but he is level 10, so he's on his way there. But the Leandres here from Aurora means that any positive trade that Ropen Stool takes on Strikey will leave a lasting impact on his health bar. And there's still no flash for about a minute. So we'll see here if Royalty is able to pick up another plate. There's about 5 seconds left. Braum is not in position to block the plates. And it looks like
now the matchup stuff.
Yeah.
Now it's hard.
Because Ironbird is also right behind Strikey. So maybe we look for yet another gank. And okay, we get the Showstopper. We're trying to get Roger Maniac to equalize for the play. That's probably going to happen mid, but oof, that Haymaker does so much damage. But that's going to be... Ooh, it's first turret over to Nordians. Set better than Ashe at taking turrets, it seems. And ooh, Zuruk going to take the turret aggro. Thanks to that Q. And that's slow
from
from
by Zuruk, We were really trying to force the turret to get it first, but...
Okay, but Nordians in a bit of danger here. Okay, here comes the Whirlwind, the Cyclone, the Between Worlds, and that's going to be Altacore going down. Balticlay also dies, but we've got the Wombo here from Hui, and now Bird might get shut down. Reg looking for money. Not able to get an assist, though. A little bit unfortunate. That is the flash TP invested. But great counterplay by the Nordians. They do lose their bot lane, but I mean, it's kind of fun at the end of the day.
Follow the river.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. We overextended to get the turret, and then we kind of overextended again to kill the people defending the turret, and we ended up losing 4 people.
Wow.
3, sorry. Ended up losing 3 people, and that's it's pretty tough.
And now Reg does have to run for the hills, you know. He has a lot of HP, but there's a lot of crowd control here from Royalty and Zuruk, so it'd be a little dangerous to gamble trying to take the turret against those 2. And Roger Maniac has been relegated to ooh, okay. Looks like we've got a fight going on, but Zuruk escapes to Papa with a really nice flash. Okay, Balticlay might be in a bit of danger, forced to flash himself here from the rupture. And yeah, man, flashes are being blown left, right, front, and center.
Yeah, and right before the dragon spawns too, so the fight's gonna be interesting
Herald
if they track those cooldowns.
Herald is also up, but I believe Nordians aren't putting any priority on it because they already got the first turret, so they're just gonna let Love You take it. Which, I mean, if that mid lane gets opened up, the game plan here for Nordians gets a lot harder to execute. Okay.
Yeah, that's correct. I think they do want to slow down the 4v4 and let Reg do his thing, right? Do the Reg thing.
Yeah.
But
oh,
if they
okay, the
keep leading
Enchanted Crystal
objectives,
Arrow, though. We find Altacore here, and now the Glacial Fissure gonna find Zuruk. But, okay, the Between Worlds, and that's just too much damage. Altacore's gonna melt, and Potocle's gonna die to the volley. Double kill here for Royalty in the mid lane. And now, that you see that the value from that Deadman's Plate, you know, even though we have the Swifties, the slow is kind of nasty.
Huge play by Love You. Like I said,
Yeah.
Nordians really want to slow down this game. They're saying, no, you're not slowing down the game. Actually, we're taking 2 turrets here. Maybe not. Maybe 0, actually.
Okay, maybe 0.
But they will get the drag for consolation, at least.
Yeah, okay. We are trying to fight for it. Okay, but it looks like Tupapa not able to get into the pit. There's too much of a defense here mounted by Love You, and I haven't seen much of Love You. This is a new roster that was put together, but so far their game one looks kind of clean. We're trying to pick a fight. Zuhuk is already down to 50%, but it looks like things have calmed themselves down. And we see the Bloodletter Curse coming in very early here for the Aurora. Robin still wants to make sure that his frontline can do damage. And it increases his damage.
Tough position.
Yeah.
It's such a tough position for Reg to be in because you look at the score lines and clearly your side lane is winning, but the 4v4 is really tough to play. So I'm wondering if at any point Reg is going to decide, fuck it, I'm going to, you know, group with my team and try to win the 5v5 instead.
Because when you have side lane pressure, right, the important thing is that your 4v4 has to be able to hold the line while you like push a wave in to try and get a turret. If your 4v4 just gets aced when you blink, bro, like you don't have time to get objectives. And Reg can push fast, but he definitely needs his team to, you know, survive just a bit longer. And
that dive in mid was crazy. Aurora does so much damage off the Ash arrow.
Yeah. Yep, that is crazy. And once that Bloodletter's Curse is finished, that's going to increase the Ash's damage. If anything, Reg, you're looking for a play.
No flash.
The Facemaker, not going to find the intended target. Now we're going back
have the answer.
to...
Reg does want to group.
We got the knockup here. Okay, nice silence. Robinstool not going to invest the Broken Worlds. And you see the Aurora is almost So, would have been a bit of a dangerous fight here. Otacon will be spawning top lane this game. Give or take 40 seconds. And it's an objective we've seen a lot of teams throw at. You know, like... Yes, it's an important objective, but no, you don't want to get ace, lose 4 turrets, and then, like, lose soul off of it, right?
For Atacon, you mean?
Yeah. Because we often...
It is really...
Yeah.
It is really, really good, though. You can, like, lose your whole team for it, it's fine, but you still have to be careful not to get, like, snowballed on, right?
Yeah, you don't want to lose half the base in exchange for the Atacon, right?
Almost, but no.
Yeah. Okay, a high shot here is going to spot Tupapa taking a recall. And now we're back to split pushing Reg. He does have access to TP. And he's looking to farm that Heartsteel up on Mr. Chocho.
Love you've been really good at just being at the objective first, man. Nordians, it's tough to play if you can't leverage your wave pressure and zoning abilities.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So if they try to get to this Otacon first, it might be playable. It's going to be much better at least, and I think that's exactly what they're doing here.
I'm surprised they didn't want to commit a bit faster because they had push in mid, and they clearly have the stronger mid jungle duo right now.
Now they've been getting killed left and right, so I can see why they're hesitant to do it for sure. But they do have the position here to at least do something, right?
Okay, but they're gonna lose about 30% of his health, you know, from just an Aurora Q. That's a very balanced spell.
I think you were right. I think they did want to start it, but I think we're waiting a little too long here.
I think they're trying to get Rope and Stool into a flank position, but they don't know where else the ward is here. Ironbird gets caught out, forced to flash away. And here comes Reg with the Blast Cone, double face breaker. And here comes Zuhuk, is just gonna die. Oh, maybe not, lives on 5 HP, but Tupapa able to find him with a snipe. And Royalty doing damage here on the backline. Pelticlay is gonna go down. Reg tries his best. And Altacore is getting resets. Oh, one more kill.
He's gonna kill the Shogat here as well, yes.
Ooh, okay,
That's,
that was closer than I would have
That's as
liked.
good as you can ask.
Yeah.
That's as good as you can ask. Red, well played, recognizing the Karma is out of position with no flag, brings her back in the team, tries to buy a reset for the Jinx. They get the choke points with the Hui. It's about as good as you can ask, so they do win that team fight. Well played on Nordian.
And if you look, everyone but Potekli's Flash is on cooldown now. So these carries are much more susceptible to being found by Tupapa and Reg in these coming team fights. So we're gonna have to see Love You play a little bit better in terms of the team fight, but you see that top lane deficit really starting to hurt Love You, you know. The Cho'Gath just really dies fast. He doesn't have the time to tank any items.
Yeah, that's correct. He also noticeably doesn't have that much magic resist. Well, not at all. He only has that null magic mantle, right? So
Yeah.
dies to Hui pretty quick, and that's what happened last fight.
Yeah. We almost have the IE here on Jinx, which is gonna be like a big spike, but we see that royalty nearing that 3-item mark. So he's pretty comfortable right now in this game.
See, normally, yeah, like I said, we're sitting on the objective first as Nordian. We're gonna be able to use the Hui for these choke points here.
Yep. Alright, Red's gonna get a nice showstopper here. Is he gonna be able to get the Haymaker off? It's not gonna do much. And that's a nice Cyclone here from Bird. Though the Spiraling Despair comes out, Royalty is untouched in this team fight. And he's gonna be able to sweep the team with Bird. So that's gonna be Dragon and probably a mid-turret.
What a play by Love You, man. Nobody died to the Reg, like, suicide engage, although they could have, but nobody died, and then Wukong finds everybody with the Cyclone. Just crazy play by Bird.
Yep.
Well played.
Well played indeed. And it's going to be an Otacon start, but let's see if Bird is able to survive. I mean, Otacon known to do a bit of damage, but that's some good sustain here from Bird with the jungle pet. And Robin still came back with the teleport, has the Bloodletter's Curse here. And now is looking to happily get this objective. So that is Cloud Soul point claimed for the side of Love You and another team fight win. Royalty is very, very strong at this point of the game. And are they gonna... Oh, okay, Cho'Gath able to secure the Otacon though. That's a double kill for Reg.
Yeah, it's nice, but it hurts losing Otacon for sure.
Yeah, but the Cho'Gath ultimate definitely putting in work, you know?
Oh yeah, this game, yeah, for sure. It's, I mean, earlier, even a Drake, they just didn't even try to contest because they knew the Cho'Gath was on it. It's done work and then invisible work, right? Just the implication of the Cho'Gath R has been doing work as well.
Pupu, Seeker is on the desk with me tonight. At least for game 1. All right.
I mean, if the games are this good, I'd say, we'll see.
I mean, Nordians always promise a good game 1. After that, I can't guarantee it. But game 1 is always pretty nice. Ooh, the Super Mega Death Rocket not gonna be able to find, Zulu. Tupapa taken very low here, and Royalty getting poked down. But we're not gonna be able to get much off of this because the Cho'Gath has wave clear. Able to just eat the wave up. And Reg, going back to that split push, really has to start getting a little bit more from these team fights.
I feel like Reg is getting a little impatient, right? I think the team comp is mostly you sit at the objective, you use the choke points, you zone, you make them walk into you, right? That's how we win with Jinx, Braum, Xin.
Yeah.
But Reg really trying to look for these engages. I mean, it worked beautifully well at the enemy blue buff location when he grabbed the Karma and started the team fight there. But I feel like he's getting a little impatient at these objective kind of standoffs.
We're getting a Riftmaker from Aurora? Okay. It's interesting. Okay, Reg is going to be able to get away from the Goon Squad. And we're going to try and get mid lane here. If we're Nordians. With the Braum Jinx, we're able to push Royalty off the wave. And now we have the IE on this Jinx, so you know, if ever Altacore is not instantly killed in a team fight, you know, gets a reset, could be potentially dangerous.
Oh yeah, this is still super winnable for Nordians. They just have to find the good angle again where they get the
We
team
have
piled up for the
the
way to
we also have the
do a
Overlord's
million damage.
Bloodmail, so we've got that insane damage when set's low HP. If he presses W, you know, like the Omaiwa Mo Shinderu meme.
Exactly.
Everyone just instantly dies once he gets that Sterix gauge. That's full build here for Set. Well, in terms of like one-shotting people, and that's gonna be the turret that's gonna be coming down. Ooh, okay. Ooh, unfortunately,
Royalty,
yeah, very well played by Royalty. Zoning and Bird making sure he wasn't in the way for the Haymaker, so. He could have died from full health because that W does insane damage when the bar is full, especially if you have a lot of HP. Here, Strikey might be in a bit of danger here. Dodges the Rupture, but here comes the Flash, and we've got the Void Spikes here. Roger Maniac looking, not going to get the knockup, and he's already taken like 40% from just a few waste spells. So, yeah, that double burn.
We got 1 minute on drag. Will the Ash find the arrow on Hoi? Yeah. That's the win con here.
Because now there's no flash on Strikey, so he is very, very vulnerable. No Seekers either, so there's no second chances.
Yep. If Royalty can find that arrow on Strikey, it's probably gonna be just game over.
Yep. Alright, we are NA ramming while we wait on the objective to spawn. Looking to find a pick. That is Love You's game plan. And Nordians have to play very, very afraid.
Yeah, they're trying to slowly walk into this objective before it spawns, which is probably ideal for them. This is good. They found a good position. Gonna find some poke on Royalty. The ult lands as well. Braum looking to ult forward. The Xin tried to land. His W doesn't work. Red's going in. Gonna try to find an Ash. Flashes out. Bird finding a ult on everybody like earlier, but there's almost no team to support him. Is he gonna get it? He kills Strikey. Roger Maniac finding the damage on Reg.
Okay. Good job by...
and Nordians managed to zone them out of the objective. It should be Dragon for them here.
Yeah, we did only trade 1 for 1, but a lot of important summoner spells were blown on both sides. You know, Alticore and Royalty now gonna be hard to find, if anything. Oh, wow, Jesus, what is that?
You see that Roger Maniac one-shots him.
And here we go, Tubaba really trying to get on Saruk, but there's not enough damage.
Wow.
And this Cho'Gath is going to town.
I don't know if Alticore was walking mid to catch a wave or something. He gets found by Roger Maniac with his pants down and he dies.
Yeah, Cho'Gath ult go nom nom. Scary amount of
for Love You.
Oh, that's disgusting because the second bird ult, he's basically gonna be a Mach 15 monkey, and yeah, good luck getting away from him.
It looked so good too. The team fight was won.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Alticore with that misplay. And it looks like, I mean, the Strikey is there. Maybe trying to get something done. The TP coming in here from Roger Maniac, but I think it's a guaranteed objective.
Yes.
Royalty is taking a lot of damage, but nothing a quick Baron empowered recall can't do. And here, looking at it now, we've got 3+ items on Royalty. We've got the Rift Maker now on Rope and Stool. So normally mages are considered squishy, but you have 3 health items on a mage who has a low cooldown dash. Good luck locking Rope and Stool down. And Roger Maniac, well, he's Cho'Gath.
Aura's kind of blessed by being a new champion, and she's allowed to do 1 billion damage even when she builds tanky. So that's good going for her. They still have to, so Love You's in a good position, but they really have to be careful because Reg has his flash and Royalty does not, and that's going to be a very dangerous angle to work with, trying to push a turret. Right? If he walks up to hit a turret, Reg might find a flank here.
Oh, okay. We're setting up a bit of a death brush. Okay, we're setting up a siege here on that mid turret, and well. Yeah, Baron with grubs equals turret go bye-bye. Not much to do there. And we're back to NA ramming while Rope and Stool tries to get a little bit of pressure here by pushing the bot wave in for the next turret siege. And this poke coming out here from Love You is getting annoying to deal with. You know, there's the Malignant's Karma, there's the full crit Ash, there's the Aurora. And if you ever get knocked out by the Rupture, you're almost guaranteed to die if you don't have Flash. Here comes the next siege on the bottom inner turret. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow not going to find its target. We take the turret. And Tupapa now committed a little bit too far. Reg finds people, but he's going to be able to get a double kill.
He's one-shotting people, what the...
And the resets here from Jinx. Is she able to catch up? Rope and Stool able to walk away. That triple Cloud Dragon really being blessed here for Love You.
Yeah, it looked good. Tupapa kind of engaged into nothing and then died, but Flashless Ash versus Reg found her and absolutely one-shot royalty, so...
Yep. And now, I think when he takes a recall, let's see, he's got 2,600 gold. Yeah, that should be the Stark's finish.
Oh, he didn't even need to commit Flash for it too. That's so good for him.
No, but this Malignance, ooh, wow. Woo!
Oof.
That's a lot of damage. And just look at that health regen. He's healing 30 HP a second for fun. Champ's balance, right?
Alright, smartly so, Nordians decided they back off from this. So we are at a kind of reset point for the game, right? They do have Cloud Soul, but I mean, when the goal is this even, it's not going to matter much, right?
Yeah.
Whatever team gets the perfect engage or the outplay is going to probably win it. The good thing for Love You is that they now have or are going to have the Flash on the Ash, so Reg is much less of a danger in that sense.
Yep. And with about 3,000 gold in his pocket, let's see what Reg has in store for us. I definitely think it's going to be like the Sterix Gauge, and then we'll see what else he ends up getting. So he gets Sterix, and then is it like another... It's another Tunneler. This man is just tunneling his way to victory.
What's even left for Tunneler items? Like the...
Hullbreaker? Nonetheless,
Item 6 Hullbreaker? Maybe.
Okay.
Oh, Tupapa getting flashes into the arrow.
And unfortunately, he's gonna get caught with his pants down. And we don't have Baron buff though, so these waves do die much faster to Strikey. You know, with the Baron buff, it makes it hard for Strikey to clear the wave instantly. But now Roger Maniac might be caught out. The double burn coming in, a showstopper, and whoa, the Omaima Moshinderu comes out, and Rope and Stool down to 10% HP. And Reg still has not committed the flash, so he'll have it for the next fight. His ult also on a 1-minute cooldown, so he's getting excited.
Damn, every time Love You finds something good, like that Ash Hour was great, but then Reg just says, hell no, get away from my turret, and just puts 2 people at 1 HP, damn.
Yep. And,
for both teams, it's really tough to play.
Is that a Warmogs here for Roger Maniac? Just to be able to heal in between team fights? I'd assume so. No,
yeah, I guess so, yeah.
It's a hard steal! A 35-minute hard steal! Wow! That's, not something I thought I'd ever see.
Crunch the numbers on that one. How many stacks will we end up with at the end of the game? I say 35. I say 35.
So 1 single proc?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Alright, as we get ready for this Elder Dragon in 15 seconds, Nordians do have some prep to get started.
We do have a flashless Xin, so maybe Royalty looks for another arrow on him. It could work.
Okay, the poke looks nice though. Reg is getting chunked here.
Yeah,
that is the 1 hard steel stack that Roger Maniac is allowed to get according to Seeker.
We'll see.
We'll see. Oh, wow, he has so much HP, even compared to Set. Ooh, Tupapa
it's so dangerous for, like, Tupapa wants to walk up, but it's so dangerous for him.
Okay.
He's gonna try to walk up for the smite steal, gets the ult, damage reduction.
Use the Crescent Guard, but a really nice Cyclone here from Ironbird, able to find 3, but Reg is gonna find, he finds Royalty, there's no damage left, Shogath is able to assassinate Tupapa, but is it gonna be enough? Rope and Stool now, 1v3.
Reg single-handedly ripping the dream of winning this game out of Love You's hands, flashes on Royalty one-shots.
Oh, and he's gonna be able to find the bunny girl! No Cat-Made Cafe here for Love You. That's gonna be Elder Dragon going over for the next 2.5 minutes. And that is an objective.
I wish we had the instant replays. Reg does not want to lose this game. Jesus Christ, that was crazy.
Woof. All right. Though to be fair, Roger Maniac did not get a hard steel stack that team fight. So Seeker,
told you. I told you.
Seeker is still on the proper prediction. It looks. Well, we have some commentators here from Chiefs, so it looks like they probably ended up winning their match. So now they're watching the real match of the week. You know, the real match of the week, because this is one hell of a spicy game one. But we have the full crit on both AD carries, so you know if the game goes long.
Yeah, this game is crazy. It's been like 5 times that they make a big play on Tupapa or otherwise, and Reg just completely shatters any hope they had of winning that team fight.
Okay, so now we're starting up.
With
We're starting up Baron. Roger Maniac is pushing the inhib though, so it's gonna be Baron traded. You can't really fight an Elder Baron, an Elder Dragon Jinx. Oh my God, Reg's W must one shot with the Elder buff. So now you have to be even more careful. If you take a fight and he gets a haymaker,
he one-shotted without the buff.
Oh yeah, but now
he did.
But now it's a collector because like it literally just executes people.
Yeah, now you're just cooked.
That's
no way anybody survives.
No. Okay, we're trying to get vision here for this bot lane siege. Oh, okay. The enchanted crystal arrow onto Strikey, but there's no follow-up. Here, Ropen's still trying to find the backline. Here comes Reg, and with the execute. Okay, well, Ash does as we expected. Oh, okay. Ropen's still might be in a bit of danger here, but Tupapa does not have the Elder Dragon. And that's gotta be the execute number 1, execute number 2 coming in, and Love You have just disconnected. Well,
big play by Braum. He saves the entire way from the Ash Arrow kind of all in, and they just win off of that straight up.
Yep. Ooh.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. That wasn't the yellow bar.
Okay.
Haymaker.
Yeah. That wasn't a max. That wasn't a max haymaker. Jesus.
I need a clip. I need a clip of the dragon fight. I need it.
Sure. I mean,
that fight was absolutely crazy. You still have access? No. Okay, so you have to leave the replay down.
Yeah, no, but on YouTube you can just rewind the broadcast, and there's a clip feature.
Yeah. I'll check it out because Jesus, that dragon fight was absolutely crazy.
Yeah,
it looked good for a second. Tupapa was overextending to try to smite the dragon away, and then he just insta died, and Reg just one shot 2 carries just instantly. My God.
Jesus. All right, let's go back to the super webcam while we get this game 2 lobby here for you guys. It won't be too long. Let me load up the second draft as well. You're welcome to stay if you want for the second game, because I mean, hey, look, we had some really good scenes. There's a lot of back and forth.
I might leave like mid game. We'll see, but I'll stay for at least the chance select for sure.
Sounds good.
I'm curious to see, because the set for a moment I was doubting. Right, he tried to split top lane, and then Royalty just broke his ankles and didn't even get touched once while killing him. So I was really doubting the set, but it ended up paying big.
Yeah.
So good job on Reg. I think he's definitely the MVP of that game, no doubt.
And now, if in future Nordian series, if we see a set ban, well, you know, you'll just be able to refer to the clip we're going to be posting on the YouTube channel.
Oh, you have to ban Set. That game was not easy for Set to play, and you have to ban it after that. You have to.
Yeah. That won't be too long.
Well, wait, I'll try to go find the dragon fight. That shit was insane. I cannot believe.
Oh yeah, let's get the music back up and running, so you guys have something to listen to while we are digging for the clip. We will play it live on stream. I mean, you guys saw it live in the game, but you guys will see it live on stream very shortly, as soon as Seeker finds it.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm clipping it right now.
Sounds good. Send it to me whenever it's ready, and we'll have fun with it. Did you do your pick'ems for Worlds?
Are they closed?
They close on the 14th. So it's like one more
No,
day.
I didn't do them yet. I'll just copy Cage rolls as usual.
The Chiefs are out here glazing Reg for that beautiful play. Well, I mean, definitely should be glazed because that it's
Oh,
very
he won that
rare.
game almost solo. I mean,
Oh yeah,
the rest of the Nordians played well. There was a couple like really good plays, obviously, but like Reg is just it's just the great equalizer for that game for sure.
it's not the Nordians, it's the Regians. Do. 2-0 here from the Chiefs over Blossom. So, yep. It's another week in the dumpster for Blossom. Maybe
do not talk to me. Do not mention to me Blossom versus Chiefs. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't.
Alright, no worries, no worries.
I'm joking. Don't worry.
I'm just waiting on a response here from Tupapa so we can get into the lobby. Oops. Put that over there. Oh, Demi Don take a game off Vertios. Okay, damn. Here we go. The invite to the lobby. So you let me know when you have that clip. Oh, let's see. Draft was. It's gonna be Nordians on blue here for game 2. And we got Love You on red. Not gonna lie, the set counter pick is definitely gonna change people's mind now. We've seen a band in some other series, but like this was a 1v9 set game. There we go. Give me a second. Here we go. I'm going to be showing you guys the clip here while we wait. Here it is.
It's so dangerous for like Tupapa wants to walk up, but it's so dangerous for him.
Okay.
He's gonna try to walk up for the smite steal, gets the ult, damage reduction.
The crescent guard, but a really nice cyclone here from Ironbird, able to find 3, but Wrench is gonna find, he finds royalty, there's no damage left. Shogath is able to assassinate Tupapa, but is it gonna be enough? Ropenstool now, 1v3.
Set damage. Hey, I have flash.
Just insane. Just insane. Like the fight was so bad for Nordians going into it. The ult goes wide into nothingness and Tupapa just suicides. Yeah. It was so lost.
Yep. All right. Well, we are into the draft here for game number 2. We've got, once again, we've got more jungle-focused bans here from the side of Love You, really trying to keep Tupapa in check. Interestingly, we're banning Aatrox against Reg. We're banning Mel against Strikey and Morgana. And the Morgana's a ban that's a little bit interesting, you know, because Vi's lost, like, a lot of priority, and normally it's, like, the champion you want to play it against. But, hey, Nordians picking up Sivir here for Alticore. They're getting that late...
So Morgana Jungle's been getting some traction because it's really busted. The numbers on it are just crazy.
Oh, fair enough.
It might be a. I don't know if Tupapa plays it, but it might be a Morgana Jungle.
I'm not sure.
Ben, a bird rather. Sorry.
Fair. That's a possibility. Okay, so it looks like Ropenstool here looking to grab up that Galio. Okay. I mean, Strikey is a known mage-only player. Galio, the best champion to answer a mage player, but there's still quite a good amount of champions here. I do not like this Shin pick so early, because Shin versus tanks, you just laugh. And you saw what Reg did to Ashe. Shin's even more immobile than Ashe is.
Yeah, if Reg decides he's gonna play another backline eliminator.
I mean, Abessa is open, and against a Galio when you're side laning, bro, like it's just so free. I think here you pick your top side. And you kind of just go to town. Okay, it's going to be a Sejuani here for Tupapa. Okay. So we'll see here. Do we get melee synergies for Sejuani's Permafrost? That's like the real big question that we normally ask when we say Sejuani, because she gets so much better if she has other champions that can proc her passive for her on the E. So we normally see her with like the likes of Renekton, Yone, Yasuo, you know, just AD champions. Ambessa, Jace, and the likes. But we'll have to see here. Oh, Jesus Christ, Strikey picking up the Nivea. Okay. I mean, it's really good at canceling the Justice Punch. It does just, you know, hard wall the Galio. But it is a rather low-range team comp here from the side of Nordians. Oh. The Galio is a flex. Hey, yo. Okay. Now, we don't know if it's Galio support. It could also be Galio top. But Galio top blind when Reg is an AD pusher player? That's suicide. Clearly. But I like the Talia here into the Anivia. You know, you've got good range with the rocks. And whenever Anivia tries to do something stupid, well, you can just flick her back. Be like, no, go away. Vamos. Get the fuck out of my lane. Once again, Yorick gonna be taken off the board. Camille also taken away here from Roger Maniac. So we do see here the champions that press buttons to break turrets are kind of OP. You saw Set last game, but I bet you haven't seen a Triforce Camille just one-shot a turret with a Q,
I'm trying to think, like, what other like turret breaking champions does Reg have access to? Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I mean, there's Mundo.
Yeah, but Mundo into heavy CC is bad. You know, you kind of want to pick the Mundo when there's nothing to deal with the Mundo. But here, there's the taunt, the slows, the this. You know, the pill's going to get popped, and then Mundo becomes a much weaker champion without pill. When Mundo has perma pill, but like, what do? You can't CC him. It's like he just laughs. The Olaf, I like the Olaf ban here, because this looks a little bit nasty from the side of LoveU. Outside of the Shin, I really like the team comp. I just don't like Shin because when Shin has to hit a tag, bro, like, you just cry inside. Just like, what am I supposed to do? At least there's no Braum. There's no Braum this game, so the Shin does gain a little bit of value. You know, like, the ultimate won't go into nothing every single team fight. Oh, okay, and Roger Maniac just going to take the Ambessa away. So let's see if Nordians here have an answer. Normally into Ambessa, we've seen Rumble and Jace in pro play as like the answer to Ambessa, but I don't know if Reg plays either of these champions, but we'll find out. Both would have good synergy with Sejuani, and I mean, Rumble and Anivia is a disgusting combo to team fight through.
Yeah, he's a little restricted in what he can pick, because Talia means you can't really pick like dashing champions, right? Like a lot of them become weak. Yora's good here. Renekton's okay, but
I like Renekton because it can turn off the W here from Ambessa, and Ambessa always goes to clip, so it's kind of like just bonus good stuff here for Renekton. But yeah, when it comes to the mid to late game, playing through a rock field and a Galio, yeah.
I think Renekton's a great matchup. It's great against Ambessa. It's just, it's tough to play when the Talia's in the mix, right?
Especially once we're 25 minutes plus, and there's a Leandri's on the Talia, you're running through a rock field to get stunned up. Okay. Okay, the Melio's kind of nice. I mean, you do have the cleanse here from the taunt, but can't really stop Ambessa from playing the game. So we'll have to see how this Sivir Melio. It should be a super safe bot lane here for Nordians. And as soon as Sivir gets that Essence Reaver, she should have perma prio, just being able to one shot the wave.
Yeah.
I like the Shin Nami. You know, it's great counter engage or like to help the Ambessa and Galio go forward. But wait, who's jungling? Is Ambessa jungle? No. Is it Galio?
Talia is, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's Talia jungle.
Okay. I'm not a fan of the Galio and Anivia matchup. I feel like for Galio, it's just a matchup where he's gonna get shit on. At least he's going to be able to farm, but he's not going to be able to do anything in the lane. The second he presses E, Anivia presses W, and W has a lower cooldown than Justice Punch, so.
I'm not sure what the logic is for the Galio, like, first rotation like that. Surely
That-
I guess they
Ma-
probably practiced it a lot, right?
Maybe they anticipated like either like an Oriana or something where like Galio kind of just sits there and wins the matchup, and the second Oriana has no flash. It's solo kill, kind of like when Rumble has no flash versus an Ornn. You know, you kind of get to do the double knockup combo and he can't dodge out of the way. So I don't know. Maybe that's the like the intuition on it, but I'm really not sure. I'm surprised to see Jin Nami though from Love You, but maybe that's something they've played because it feels awkward.
Uh, it's cool. I think, like the Nami wave gives Jin a lot of space, right? I think it's okay.
But the problem
Lane is gonna
is
be fine. Like you're versus Sivir anyway. It doesn't matter really what you pick when you're against Sivir, right? You just pick for whatever works for the team. I think.
yeah, but the problem I see here for Love You is that there's not much chunky monkeys, you know. Like who's
No,
gonna
no, that's
who's gonna eat the Sivir damage? Because Jin doesn't want to. Talia doesn't build any HP until what her like third or fourth item. Ambessa doesn't build any HP early on. Galio's building MR to deal with this Anivia. So if he builds armor, the Anivia's gonna shit on him. So so I don't know. As we wait for this champ select to go through, for the champ select to start, I'll be honest. If Love You play as cleanly as they played the early game, I feel like we're gonna get another like gritty mid game to late game team fighting style brawl game. But if Nordians get ahead, especially bot lane or top lane, I feel like things are gonna go south real quick because there's no front line on the side of Love You. You have an enchanter and an AP jungle, and you have a magic tank against two AD carries. So Renekton does a lot of damage. You can't disrespect the Renekton damage output, especially that ult. The Dominus does a lot of damage. Over 15 seconds, by the way, can do up to 4,000 base damage at level 16, which is kind of funny. It does that much damage. Alright. And we're just waiting here on the ready check from the Nordians, and then we'll be able to get into champ select. Remember, if you like what you see here on stream, you can slap that subscribe button, smash that like button, and if you got that Jeff Bezos money, for only $2.99 a month, you can get ad-free viewing content from watching my daily uploads at midnight and Tuesdays and Saturdays it's at 10 a.m. But other than that, you help me get more cool shit for the channel for only $3 a month. Unlike Twitch, it's $8. You know, that's kind of expensive. But hey, that's enough shiller. And we have about 5 minutes before we get into the game. Normally, if champ select starts soon, so if you need to grab a drink, grab a snack, take a washroom break, go do that right now so you don't miss any of this bloody action that we have in the series for you. Okay. A slight delay here from the Nordians, so it won't be too long. We should be getting into champ select fairly shortly.
Yeah, I think Reg needs to go sniff another line of coke after that game.
I mean,
It's been working, so.
Hot 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I think game 1 was wild. I think Love You can win if they just stop the Reg 1v9 machine.
Yeah,
And then from there it should be not too hard.
I feel like it's gonna be a little bit harder, like Renekton, not really known as the 1v9 machine, doesn't have an ability that instantly kills like half the team as well, these team fights are gonna be a lot dirtier, let's say, right? Because
yeah, however, the matchup is more polarizing. Like there's a world in which Renekton just destroys Ambessa.
yeah. But the Nordians do have to fight through quite a bit of CC to get to like Jin Talia, right? The Rockfield, the what the hell is the E-Cold dungeon. I don't know. I call it the those are the blue, not Blooming Burst. That's like Nico's.
Lotus Bloom, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. They gotta fight for that. The Galioton, the Nami Tidal Wave, the bubbles, the slows. And here we go. We are getting into the champion select. So we've got about 5 minutes. If you need a snack, a drink, or a bathroom break, we'll be back shortly. I'm gonna mute Mike. You'll be able to hear Seeker if he talks, but I'm just going to the kitchen real quick to get a cold glass of water.
Enjoy.
Alright, I'm back.
Do we know how many stacks the Cho'Gath ended up with, by the way?
No. But we can check in the VOD. We can check in the VOD, but I think I had the scoreboard down, so I'm not sure if he got the second stack. I'm not sure if he got that second stack.
I feel I might have been close to
Yeah. That would have been hilarious. But yeah, no, the 35-minute Heartsteel definitely, I feel like a Warmogs would have been much better. But hey, you know, sometimes you panic, you misclick, and once you're out of the base, there's no going back because you sell it, well, then GG's.
You had the items away, but I checked and I'm pretty sure you didn't get a single one after that.
It would have been hilarious. It would have been hilarious. But yeah, I try to have the scoreboard down during team fights.
Yeah.
Especially because there was a team fight where Reg got like a really nice haymaker or whatever, and like the scoreboard was hiding where Reg was. Teams are taking longer during this champ select. Make sure they got the right runes, you know. Probably on nerve, you know, because this is week 2. But you know, starting your first 2 weeks 0-2, you know, it's not a good look because you only have 7 matches and you need to be able to. You need top 6 to qualify for playoffs.
I mean, for both teams, it's pretty disheartening, right? Like for Nordians, like you play these team fights and they go really poorly, and then just Reg just saves them.
Yeah.
For Love You make great plays, like the Ash arrows are clean and whatnot, and then you just get robbed, right? So it's really disheartening for both teams except for Reg. For Reg, it feels good for sure, right?
Yeah, Reg is like, alright, it's like, okay, even if I play this game badly, it's fine. We go to game 3, I pick Aatrox early or whatever, and we're going to town, baby.
Yeah, exactly. So I think both teams need to like kind of clean up the edges on their play here.
We're probably gonna see a lot of action in the top lane because I feel like Reg and Roger Maniac, you know, they were taking a lot of brawls early game, but now after what happened with Reg last game, I'm pretty sure IR Bird is gonna have to pay a visit to Mr. Crocodilo in the top
I think
lane.
you're right. Game 1 we saw both junglers kind of path to just cover their winning lanes.
Yeah, because like it's
I think you're right.
Because it's Anivia Galio. Like, you gank Anivia Galio, bro, like, unsubscribe. Like, just go next. Why would you gank a Jin Nami or Sivir Melia like this? 0 kill potential in either lane.
And in this game, also, top lane is, like, super volatile, so I wouldn't be surprised to see both junglers kind of looking to play there, and then we'll see a 2v2 maybe in 3 minutes.
Yeah, because it's going to be Roger's job to get onto the Anivia or the Sivir at the end of the day, you know? Like, it's got to be, like, do we hit that public execution for all this follow-up that Love You has, or can I just get in the backline and assassinate Talia before like the team fight starts?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, backline access fucking sucks for Love You.
Yeah, that they had literally just Ambessa ult, followed by
So it's kind of a
Galio.
repeat. Yeah, it's kind of a repeat of the other game. If they get on the objective first, then it's playable, of course, with Talia, but...
Especially in the river with that stone field, it's going to be really hard to navigate. I mean, Sejuani can't dash, Renekton can't dash, and all the other 3 champions don't have a dash, so...
Uh-huh. So they're not gonna dash, they're just gonna play for Anivia, and then Anivia's really hard to kill for Love, of course.
Especially because we're likely gonna see like a Rod of Ages and a Seraph into like, I don't know, maybe Shadow Flame or Leandri's or whatever, so even if you get on this Anivia, she does have the passive and she'll have a massive HP bar. And there's not that much good consistent damage from the side of Love You. I mean, Jin's gonna be stuck reloading at some point, and if he's reloading on an Anivia egg, he's dead. And Bessa, while she's not gonna be left alone, and Talia, like, I don't know. I feel like the Love You draft is it's spicy, but it's very high risk for what they're trying to do. So I feel like there were much better picks that were left open and available. You know, the Pantheon, even though it got nerfed last patch, buffed or whatever, was open this entire series, has not been looked at. And, you know, Pantheon's a great way to combo with Ambessa to be able to go in.
Did they give him like a composition nerf for gutting him? Is that what happened?
Yeah. Monster damage. I'm so glad Volibear's like been nerfed into the ground. Like, no more AP Volibear, thank God. Champion is literally just the Third Reich leader. Like, get him out. Get him out of my games, bro. Like, get him out of my games. Like, I don't need no brainless Volibear players. I already see enough when I play TFT, bro. I don't need more Volibear players in my lobbies. Like, just get out. You're not needed. I'm a Volibear player in TFT. I don't need to see more people playing my champion. Okay, we got some nice skins. You know, Dawnbringer Renekton, Victoria Sejuani. We got the Arcana Jhin. Alright. Pizza Sivir. Alright. Yummy. Delicious. And it's going to be on Altacor's shoulders to, you know, have a bit better hands this game, because it felt like he got caught with his pants down very, very often.
Well, I'm seeing a shift in like draft philosophy, right? They drafted the Jinx, it didn't work at all for Altacore. He was kind of a non-factor, so just...
Because Altacore plays like Sivir, Jinx, Ashe. And then after that,
two of those are gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Well, all 3 of them are
gone. It's
gone.
going to be tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be tough game 3 if we get that.
Because we saw the Kaisa last time, but it was Kaisa into a draft. Like, it was like Kaisa and Nefiri, but like Dupapa doesn't seem like a Nefiri player, and I don't know, that draft went to shit when the Chiefs like just slammed them with their wallets, and you know, it was at the end of the day. Alright, bam, 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 boom, boom. Here we go. Alright, we got ourselves 4 teleports. Interesting to not see Grasp on Ambessa. It is a rune that we almost always see, especially in the melee style matchups. You know, gives her insane sustain. She can proc it from range. It counts as a melee hit because 2025. You know, I do like to see the Dark Harvest here on Talia. And the phase rush on Galio makes a lot of sense. You know, he's gonna Justice Punch, get a Q in, wants to walk away after his thought. You know, he doesn't want to sit there in the Anivia ult the entire team fight, because that's where a lot of people will die.
How would you say you would name Milio, like the player? How do you pronounce that?
Portecli. Portecli.
Portecli. Oh, that makes sense. Oh.
You can always call him Klefki if you want. That's what I did when I first saw it.
Pertcles.
Yeah.
Klefki, yeah.
Yeah, the autistic keys Pokemon. Here, pay attention, jingle the keys. Whee!
Watch the Subway Surfer VOD here.
Yeah, it's like Subway Surfers, like jelly beans, plus like 3 other things, and then there's an actual video. It's like, bro, like, I don't need this. I always report shorts account that have like 19 things going on, bro. Like, I clicked on a shorts to watch the shorts, not to watch Subway Surfer gameplay.
I think you should cut out a VOD of Subway Surfers and shove it in the corner. And maybe your viewers would explode then.
Yeah, I'll put it over the minimap, because they don't know how to look at a map anyway, sorry. But here we are.
Yes,
We got that level 1 action, yo. Not much has is going to happen level 1. It's really like level 2, level 3 that Renekton and MS have become more champions. And we're going to have to see how much CS Ropenstool is able to get early. Because he is trading his HP for CS. And Nivea does have like one of the slowest auto attack animations in the game. You just know it's coming for you. But you don't know when.
That's right.
Because it's like it's a french fry. Like, she's throwing french fries at you, bro. And I'm surprised we don't have a fried chicken in Nivea skin yet. Like, we have Birdio. Where's Benivia?
Benivia.
Yeah, just like she's the chicken that Galio cooks, you know? Because McDonald's, no fresh food. Gotta get the places. I want my McCrispy, bro. With extra lettuce and extra mayonnaise. Oh, sorry, mayo-style sauce. They do not have the rights to have mayonnaise, so it's called mayo-style sauce. Which is weird. And here, yeah, we're just watching Jin. Just walk up with that 4th shot. Look to get a bit of damage. Zuruk's gonna take some damage, and then he uses W. And yeah, it's a farming game. It's just a farming game right now. I don't think much is gonna happen unless something happens top lane. And here comes to Papa. Ooh, Roger Maniac used the dash offensively, and now he's out of summoner. He's out of dashes, and ooh, very, very nice flash by Roger Maniac, making sure to hold it for the Sejuani W. And yep, a little bit of trading in the bot lane, but Zaruk should be able to heal up Royalty. And yeah, it's oh, Strikey throws a beach ball in that skin? That's so cool. Well, it's probably not a beach ball, but it looks like a beach ball. Alright, so we're about even CS everywhere except the top lane. And we see a call here from Reg. Okay, that's very disrespectful, but he's already assuming that nothing's gonna happen in this lane. Okay, we're trying to get onto Ropenstool. The Shielded Duran gonna come out to dissuade to Papa from continuing his gank. And yeah, oh. Very quiet compared to the last early game we had. This feels like both teams, you know, like they're thinking, oh, the slice, the dice. Okay, here comes Talia in the top lane. Come on, observers, pan top. All right, and now Reg might be in trouble, forced to flash away. The flip back, but there's not enough damage to get Reg. But now both top laners have lost their flash for being too greedy.
Yeah, it's as we thought, more attention top lane, but so far nothing comes out of it. Tupapa kind of looking to play bot, but doesn't find anything for now.
I mean, with that call, you should look to try and punish now that there's no flash. You know, you really got to make him regret investing in that scaling item. Because if he gets the scale for free, then that's just really bad news for Love You. Because Renekton's already going to take over the mid game. He falls off in the late game. But if you let him get to that mid game for free, he's going to be a little bit dangerous in team fights.
I mean, yeah, I'm a little surprised too. I think with that much money, maybe you get a cloth armor, maybe you play to just slam the Mbess into the ground, right? But I guess maybe he foresees that he's not going to be able to.
Altikor taking a lot of damage here. Getting shielded for touristic points. Okay. Oh, okay. A nice chicken skewer here coming out in the mid lane. And now to Papa, looking to get a stun. We have the ult, the permafrost, it comes down. Galio has flash, forced to use it. The flash here from Strikey, but now the flip back under turret. The X gonna proc, and do they have the damage? Or is Tupapa gonna be, Ropenstool is thinking about it. He's thinking about it, but without his passive, it's a little bit scary, you know?
Yeah, really well played by Bird and Ropenstool here.
Yeah, I'm very surprised to see Anivia flash after using her spells. That's you know, so maybe Strikey was a bit tilted. I don't know.
Yeah, that did look like a little bit of an emotional flash. I agree with you.
That was because it's like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna land the Q, but then your E's already on cooldown and you're out of mana. You're just like, all right. I mean, Anivia Auto doesn't do 1,000 damage. It's not Jhin. But we see a BF sword versus Swifties here. So Altacore getting the much better back here early. Is a little bit behind in CS, but I mean, once Sivir gets to that power spike, she is very comfortable. Ooh, Tupapa, maybe he showed his face a little bit too early. But Roger Maniac is okay. We are looking at a dive. We have the Dominus versus the Public Execution. It's going to come down to this. Okay, here it goes. And, oh, Reg, though.
Reg walking back in. He dies to the Mbessa. Doesn't even lose.
And now the flip back. IR Bird does so much damage to survive. The Q isn't going to be enough. The auto attack, the red buff. It's going to burn Sejuani down. And we've got ourselves a Baconators.
Disaster strikes for Nordian. The dive looked dicey. Reg walks back in, takes a
because we Tupapa starts by taking turret aggro before Reg is even hitting Roger Maniac, and then Roger Maniac ends up taking Reg ends up taking the turret aggro. So when he dives in to try and confirm the kill, well, the turret's already heated.
That's tough. That's
yeah, because now if Zambessa is not behind, then she can duel the Renekton. Sure, Renekton is favored in the matchup, but you know, he started Cull, he's only up about a wave, and things are a little bit rough, and that's gonna be a free grub trade here. Oh, Roger Maniac trying to makes it over with the flash. So oh, okay. Ooh, okay, Balticlay getting a little bit greedy, no HP, no mana, and Altacore, like, yeah, I don't know, man. He really likes Stardust saying hashtag balle dans ta tête because it feels like he wants to absorb every headshot that Jhin has to offer. Though Reg is able to get the first plate of the game. Oh, no, never mind. The first plate was taken mid. But it is surprising that Renekton is able to get plate prio, and is that like probably a second plate in the top lane? Yeah, that is a second plate in the top lane. Strikey now out of mana. Yeah, but landing skill shots is not our forte. Oh. And now IR Bird is in danger. Oh, okay. Well, that is the hero's entrance. That's an insanely huge cooldown used up by Rope and Stool.
Somebody plays this game that just lead to nothing because of, you know, Flash's passives and whatnot.
Yeah, it's the great nothing burger game. Like the Great Depression, you know, it's just a time where nothing interesting really happens. No one's got the money or the power to do shit. Okay, Ambessa gonna be able to claim at least a turret plate in exchange. Gonna try and greed for a second one, but here comes Renekton. The Dominus and the Execution are up. The Unleashed teleport's now available, so no more turtle porting. Back to lane. I'm seeing Rope and Stool going a bit aggressive in the first item here, not deciding to build the traditional Hollow Radiance because there is a lot of physical damage. Oh, wow, really nice wall combo here by Strikey. It's going to waste a bit of mana, but that is going to be another objective going the way of the lovers here. And now we have that Blackfire Torch on Talia, so she is definitely leading that Third Reich in terms of monster damage. Oh, Reg looking to take a big trade, but Roger has his ult. Maybe we see an all-in here? Flash is available for Reg, so he's got to be, I guess, a little bit careful. Ooh, wow. Ooh. Well, that's disgusting. That damage from the enhanced W because of a shield. Tupapa gonna miss the knock-up because he flashes after it lands. Okay, well, I guess they got the flashes out of Love U's bot lane. I guess that's what they wanted. But I think they had secured kills if Tupapa landed the Arctic Assault. Though, looking at that top lane, it is Eclipse to no Eclipse. So things get a little bit dangerous, and Altacore forced to use his flash. Here comes the current call. We're trying to get the flip back. The Breath of Light isn't going to be enough, but this...
No way. Another play where nothing happens.
Another nothing burger. Ooh, the wall to cancel the recall. Their open stool. Gonna be a little bit annoyed.
Really good on these Galio buffers, by the way.
Oh shit! And Royalty getting punished here. Force the cleanse. Well, they force the cleanse and the heal, just because of a 4th shot. But now Tupapa might be dead. Yeah, that's a stun back. We've got the. Yeah, that's.
Finally.
Yeah, finally something happens. Oh, a public execution here on the Strikey. Strikey forced to use his flash to avoid the knockup from the hero's entrance. Unfortunately, Ambessa is not Cassante. She cannot get over walls with her dashes. And Reg has just been farming up a storm. Up almost 1,000 gold, forcing the teleport into the top lane. Already up 3 plates. Things are looking good for this Crocodile man now. And he's up 30 CS.
Yeah, I guess in retrospect, the Cole wasn't the worst idea.
No, the Cole, well, I mean, there definitely wasn't enough effort put into trying to punish this Renekton. I mean, he had no flash for a long time. He was down an item for at least a single team fight. And it just looks like that didn't matter at the end of the day. And now we have the classic AP jungle start where you have the torch and your cooldown boost and you're just going la 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 la, clearing the camps 50 times faster than tank junglers, because why not? But here comes the Goon Squad, Strikey, making that fried chicken, but everyone's missing their skill shots, and they really want to give the money over to Strikey. They don't want to fed Sejuani this game. Ooh, okay, but Reg, I mentioned he wasn't getting punished. Is he gonna die? Okay, he should die shortly. Okay. Ooh, Zaruk stuck between a rock and a hard place. Tupapa able to get the damage, and now Rope and Stool might be in a bit of damage. It might be between a rock and a hard place, and now he's stuck. He used. Ooh. Is it gonna be enough? Oh, no! And a really nice wall here from Anivia, and Tupapa takes the double kill. Alright, I said we didn't need a Fed Sejuani, but we're getting a Fed Sejuani anyway, Seeker.
Yeah, I guess so. Good cross-map play by Nordians, recognizing that Renekton was getting tag team.
But that is gonna be turret. And that's
unfortunately,
that's feats already here for the Lumbers. And now once that Leandris gets finished, Sejuani is truly not gonna enjoy seeing Talia in the river.
No.
Because that Leandris will mean that, well, your Heartsteel start, well, feels bad, man. Okay. It is interesting to see Rocket Belt first item here on Galio. I feel like it's an item you'd go like second or third, but going it first, I mean...
So, yeah, usually the Galios that go Rocket Belt, they also bring like Electrocute, right? And then you just play to one-shot people. So
yeah, they're trying to win the lane.
See with the, with the Phase Rush, it's a little weird, especially against Anivia.
Oh, Alticore stuck between a rock and a hard place, gets flipped up, bubbled up, but it's Baltic Lee that gets taken to the Shadow Realm. Here comes the curtain call! Okay, well, I guess the McDonald's application form has been filled out because...
Oh, boy.
Holy shit. That's, yeah. Hey, that was what, 3 ultimates?
That's a really good play from...
That was a good play, but I love you.
because they get Dragon here normally.
Yeah, they no. Anivia Sej, great at defending an objective they're already at. Not great at sieging or entering unknown terrain. You know, because normally...
So that second Drake for Love You, that's a really good start at 15 minutes and 50 seconds.
Yeah, that is
We're going to see an early soul this game, I think.
Yeah. And to be fair, normally we criticize Jhin when there's tanks. There's not that many tanks that Jhin has to play against, and we're not expecting Jhin to be hitting Reg in team fights.
No, and you do have like tank busting in the form of Talia, which is like an artillery mage, right? So.
But I would love to see like maybe Lord Dom's second item or maybe third item. It is something that's been popular amongst AD carries, you know, when there's not that much of a front line. It just gives you so much extra damage, I feel. Just because you don't have anyone to respect. And the Sejuani... Yeah.
Personally, I think just every crit item just sucks, so Lord Don's is like the only good one for third.
Yeah.
Especially on Jhin, right? Like, sometimes you can argue Shield Bow, you can argue Phantom Dancer, but you're for sure no.
I mean, if, to be fair, it'd be a bit of a different argument if Roger Maniac wasn't necessarily almost ahead. But now he's going Cyclo Sword, so like, he's going the build to win the side lane. So it is interesting to see. You know, Eclipse, Cyclo Sword is pretty powerful in that 1v1 style matchup. You get the bonus shield, you get the speed up, you get a slow on your energized weapon procs. Sorry, it's been a long time since I've seen Static Shift, so I kind of forgot the name of the passive.
Yeah, he is a level up, and it's true that if he manages to beat Reg in the side lane, then this game is all but won, right? Because Talia's super ahead, they got 2 Drakes already. If side lane is won, it's going to be really hard.
You can never count out the 700 win condition CS Sivir, right? 700 CS, you know, like that's the reckless amount of just press W, one-shot everyone and the minion wave at the same time, even after Baron. But will we get there? I mean, we're already at 150. Like, the people are doing good CSing. I mean, outside of Tupapa, who's down almost 60 CS, but it's AP versus tank, you know. It almost doesn't count. Oh, the tidal wave coming out for touristic values. Just gonna be used, you know, to wet the minions in the backline. Oh, Ironbird caught on a ward, and he didn't know about it! And that's Reg, the one you want getting that fat, juicy stack. Getting all that money. He's laughing straight to the bank. Like my boy Trick 2G would, if you leave a turret unguarded. Alright, does Tupapa know how to drive a car? Apparently, he has. Okay, we're looking to get in. Zuruk forced the flash away, and now the On the Hunt popped, and we're gonna try. Ooh, okay, wow. That was a haymaker's wish, but here comes the Ambessa. Roger Maniac in the backline, looking to assassinate the illegal immigrants. And now Reg is doing the same thing to the other backline.
Yo.
What? His name's Emilio the Mexican on my stream. But here comes Bird.
Big play by Bird.
Oh, wow! So much damage from Reg, the ultimate! It's not to be ignored, but Bando Tatten Royalty just goes down, has to flash into the bush to get away from Strikey. But now, it's a... Yeah, okay, well, yeah, I guess that's the end of the team fight. Don't need to be excited anymore.
Wow. Well played by Love You. I mean, it looked grim for a moment, but Royalty really coming out big there.
Yeah, and using
Cleaning
that flash to get away from striking. I'm pretty sure this Anivia, not 2 items yet, but you know the Anivia Wombo does do a lot of damage. So I feel like it could have been dicey if Royalty had just sat there and eaten it. You know. I do love how the Jhin Q can technically do almost more damage than like a Sivir auto attack on like the third balance. It's just crazy how much damage scaling that shit gets. Yeah.
He can do more than his own fork shot, dude. It's crazy, yeah.
It's interesting background noise there, Seeker.
I think she died in her lead game behind me. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I'm on push to talk, but that timing was.
Alright, hey, no worries. We figured we had to ask, you know, so that we don't get the sush G emotes in the chat, you know.
I turned around, her screen is gray, so I think we know.
Fair enough. The life of a support main, you know, gray screen simulator. We've seen it in the LCS and the LEC. You know, Hylissang is a role model. But this is we're stopping dragon stacking in exchange for turret priority. So Reg here is gonna answer the turret push. Ooh. Royalty might be in a bit of danger, but a really nice bubble by Zuruk. Who's going to take turret aggro to let her Jhin walk away. But, ooh, a nice Arctic Assault to get onto Ropenstool. And now, Ropenstool in a bit of danger here with this full damage build. Truly not tanky. Wah! Okay. That's a lot of damage coming out from the Jhin. 4th shot.
Almost as much as the grenade third bounce.
Yep. Ooh, Reg here though, caught with his pants down. Forced to use the Dominus. And with the public execution, yeah, that's gonna be one nice crocodile purse. We're trying to start up Otacon, but we don't necessarily have the highest damage profile. It's just a one-item Sivir. And we don't have the Tsukuyomi build where we have infinite cooldowns.
The good news for Nordian is we did slow down the Drake stacking. The bad news is the Jhin is going to start absolutely blowing people up soon.
Yep. Ooh. Okay, the Seraph's is proc. Royalty stuck in that damage threshold, and Anivia able to just survive the onslaught here from Royalty. So that's gonna be, was that a shutdown? No, no shutdown. I hate how they change how shutdowns work, because now it feels like, you know, the 4-1-4 Jhin should have had a shutdown, right? But because
they were behind you.
Yeah, because there's like not even a 1k gold lead, there's no shutdowns. Alright, so now Anivia is starting to build a bit more damage. She has her sustain items, so now we'll have to see, do we get the Death Cap? Do we get the Shadow Flame? What exactly are we gonna get? Because that's like the really important part of this Anivia build. Because the first two items, you know, it's just mana sustain, so you can keep your ult up. Because that's like, without her ult, Anivia is a very, very different champion. But we'll see what route she ends up taking. So we're setting up for this Otacon fight. We're Otacon ramming. But that bot wave is starting to put in some pressure. And took a decent chunk out of that turret's HP. But the waves are not synced here for Love You, so they're having trouble getting quality pushes out of them. I wonder if they're going to send Roger Maniac top, because that's a really big wave in the top lane. But it looks like we're just trying to get a pursuit in mid. Oh, okay. Ooh, Zaruk down.
Wow.
Damn, Jesus Christ. That's yeah, that's a big bonk.
Yeah, without backline access, Anivia's going to be a huge factor in these fights, right?
Yeah, because the wave doesn't exist. Because you got Sivir plus Anivia. It's almost as good as Zig's Sivir. Ooh, okay. But dashing through the rock field gonna be hard. Tupapa stunned up for a while, and now the Otacon, you know, he wants his fried chicken. He's hungry. He sees a Baconator, some fried chicken, probably some French fries, and a pizza. And he's just like, bro, where's my food, bro? It's my cheat day. Alright, now we're resetting Otacon again. And see if Tupapa... Oh, Tupapa does find the AP rope and stool, though. Not able... He flashes into the wall. Unfortunately, now IR Bird might be in a bit of danger, but this Jhin Talia is starting to do kind of a decent amount of damage. Strikey's in danger. The Seraphs is going to be procced here. And Otacon is just left going hungry once again. But very good defense here from the side of Love You. Because, I mean, Dragon's up...
The Galio doesn't risk the bites off more than he can chew, walks up, the Anivia walls him out, catches him.
And then he flashes into the wall.
Yeah, once again, on Love You, we don't have any kind of like follow-up backline access, none of that, so it's a little tough to walk into an Anivia, of course.
And we do have Otacon access, but it's not as fast as we wanted because, you know, Jhin is stuck reloading. But thank God that we have a Leandri's Talia, right? That's what matters.
I'm surprised they get Otacon out of that. Like, it looked good. The Galio.
They get Otacon. They get a reset. They get They don't get priority on the warding for Dragon. But I want to say Dragon's going to be more important than Baron, at least for right now, because it's sole point. It's sole point for Love You. So I think they definitely don't want to give up too much, and they definitely feel stronger right now.
No, definitely. Especially with that Jhin having his Last Whisper finished.
Okay, Roger Maniac.
He's gonna melt through Embed, so no problem.
Alright, well, Roger Maniac caught window shopping on the wrong side of the map. And you know, these 80 carries, they're 5, 2, and 4 each, 200 plus CS. And we trade Dragon for our top laner, and okay, a fight on two sides here. We're trying to get through the reg, And now we're going to use the Talia wall. But IR puts
my
himself
God.
in danger with that. And now Zaru going to get hit by that slow. Force the flash over the wall to try and get away. The on the hunt. We're trying to speed up the Sivir here so she can hit. And now Royalty is gonna get the Anivia egg, but doesn't have the damage because he's stuck reloading. Why can't I hold all these bullets? You know that memes? You know that meme, Seeker? Why can't I hold all these items? It's just Jhin with bullets falling out of his hands. He's like, why am I so restricted? And that's a Hextech Dragon, so he stopped the soul stacking once again. We get Baron,
So
we
unlucky.
win the team fight.
Bird gets a good flanking ult, and he just rides the wave right into an Anivia Q and absolutely explodes, and the fight just is instantly lost from there.
Yeah. And Strikey did lose his passive, but I mean he's getting towards that death cap, which will be really.
Hey, the Hui wasn't too convincing, but this Anivia is becoming a real problem in this game.
Well, I mean the Anivia is a lot safer to play than a Hui. You know, like the Anivia technically has a GA every 4 minutes. But some really nice Qs landed. Roger Maniac now once again in enemy territory. But isn't going to get punished this time because unfortunately Emilio does negative damage to enemy champions. It just looks like he does damage with that passive. Ooh! A nice ult though! And now Zuru stuck between a rock and a hard place. And Royalty is getting melted! The Galio ult has to be used just to save the backline. And Renekton's not even in the team fight! Is this just going to be a 2-0 here for Nordians? Okay, and now Ropenstuhl in a bit of danger. And now Love You, the health bars are non-existent. If Strikey lands another...
Oh my god, the wall is crazy. Yeah, Strikey just 1v9 that fight, completely isolates the Jhin and the Nami from the entire fight from the start, making it so the Renekton isn't even necessary, and here they're going to get a second turret.
Yeah, now they get another inner turret, and Renekton is pushing for the inhib.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Alright, so very, very good team fighting here in game 2 for, okay, that's going to be another turret taken down. Now Bird's coming in with the wave.
Red team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
Yeah,
But
yeah, you can see he's kind of ulting more, with
Defensive.
more restraint, if you will, because he's scared of running into the Anivia ult Q.
well, because if he does that again, the game just ends. And now
Yeah,
looking
exactly.
at Anivia, that's another 2,000 gold, so that's the def cap plus something else here for Strikey. So,
Yeah, the advance of most of the champions on Love U's side is just neutered by the Anivia just existing, right? The Jhin can't walk up auto people.
and
It's ult.
we really have to put into question this first pick, blind pick, Galio, you know, like, we saw a Sivir and we insta-locked Galio.
Yep.
Galio, Jhin.
Galio's really good into like a lot of melee champs, right? But when you have to contend with Milio and Anivia, you're never gonna touch anybody, right?
I mean, yeah, the
it's
Anivia
tough.
was a bit of a random pick because going through the match history here, it doesn't seem like Strikey plays much of it, but after the criticisms from the last series,
Oh.
I guess he evolved the
He's
champion
making it
pool.
look easy.
Yeah.
He's making it look really easy.
Ooh, out the course, just melting Royalty. He's got to run away, but woof. Wow. All right, well, that's the tidal wave down because, well, apparently Swift Marchers is slower than Sivir, and that's another beautiful wall. Altacore gets another kill, and yeah, this Galio might as well fill out the McDonald's application form because it's been a detriment to the team's success. Oh, that's some nice music. Oh, I guess that's the Jhin ult music.
Yes, correct.
Okay, I was like, what the fuck, man? Did I forget? Did I unpause my YouTube music or something? And that's, okay. To be fair, Roger Maniac does get an inhib turret, but the base is in shambles. So, Jin's on 3.5 items, but Sivir's full crit, so she's fully scaled. And now we're getting the Leandries here from Anivia. So, it's a little bit late, but hey, I mean,
Yeah.
Strikey does so much damage, doesn't really matter. Now we're going to get a Hex Tech Soul Point. I don't think we're even going to get the Soul, because I think the next team fight if Love You isn't able to hold their ground, they're 5,000 gold down. But if they're not able to hold their ground, I mean, the turrets just disappear, and the game just ends.
It's still winnable, but as we say in the fighting game community, we need to stop being conditioned by the Anivia wall. I think the fear of it is making it work better because we keep going one at a time, trying to defend a turret, trying to take a choke point.
Also,
I think they need to play the vision, go together, and maybe there's a chance.
The conditions here for Love You is that Anivia finds. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well,
see here again we're alone and we just die. Right?
Yeah, Rope and Stool just running it at the speed of sound. And now we are 076, bro. How do you have more deaths than kill participation?
I thought that one marathon was a few days ago, not today, but I guess.
Yeah, well, I guess
it's still running to this day.
Hey, I guess we're getting hyped for the 4th Sonic movie coming out in theaters that we can't stop running.
Okay.
All right, look, we're setting up one final siege. And these Silver W's are really chugging the shit out. Okay, we got a nice Talia wall.
Okay.
It's a nice zoning ult to buy at least time for the next wave to come in. But yeah, Reg is, he's playing with the paper mache buildings called inhibitors, and they're gonna go down. And we've got Baron in 10 seconds, so you either fight here, or you have to get the Hail Mary team fight in your base with Baroned up super minions. Cause it's gonna be it's gonna be a dangerous fight. I wonder what flavor the pizza Silver has, cause it's doing a lot of damage. Here comes the knockup. We gotta get rid of Reg. But we're using up so many resources. We still have the Ambassador to go back in if Roger Maniac's able to find the play.
See,
but
I love you there. They stop hesitating and they just pull the trigger on one person and it just works, right?
That is the flash on Strikey. So now this Anivia is a lot more vulnerable. Has the passive though, so it is hard to kill. But it is much easier to get on now. We have Dragon in 2.5 minutes. A fight for Hextexel, and if Hextexel goes over to Nordians, that's a 2-0. Because Silver W's gonna is gonna become perma Rylized. That's a disgusting ability.
It's already looking like a 2-0, but they do get an opportunity here.
Yeah, they got one last stand. I mean, Roger Maniac has 4 items, so he does a decent amount of damage.
Yeah, with Anivia having no flash, it's going to be all eyes on Roger Maniac. If he can find that public execution on him in the right moment, there's a way he wins the team fight by himself. Because
in game number 1, he did find Alticore quite a few times. But Silver's a lot harder to lock down than Jinx.
Yes.
Oh, Roger Maniac might be walking to his death. Oh, no, okay. Oh, okay, the public execution on Emilio the Mexican. And here we go. We're getting the damage down, but it's not going to be enough. And now Roger Maniac is running for the hills. It's going to burn from the death stats. And here comes Reg. And, yeah. Once Silver does so much damage, you die to your bleed. And Robin Stool is like, bro, man, I regret picking this champion.
Here we go.
Oh, shit! The flash ult here. And now Bird gets assassinated.
I mean, these walls are just so crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Get the Jin here again.
It also just feels like teams don't know how to play against Anivia. We've seen it before.
It's
like Anivia taking over games, but yeah.
They don't have the tools to deal with an Anivia wall that is this well placed, and Nordians are going to take game 2.
And yeah, that's the series. It's over.
Wow, congratulations Nordians, really well played. Game 1 Reg, absolutely going crazy. Game 2, I think it was 1 in Champ Select, to be honest.
I mean,
they didn't have the tools to deal with the Anivia.
The Silver and the Anivia, I mean, they had permanent wave priority. And yeah, Ropenstool, man, he, I feel like he wanted to watch paint dry because of how many times he ran into walls. But
it's tough. I mean,
yeah. Every Justice Punch got walled. He flashed into so many different walls. I think, if I'm Love You, I'm hiring a draft specialist, and I'm like, I'm doing
Yeah,
VOD
I mean-
review for the next month before next week, you know?
Yeah, we highlighted the Galio, the kind of first rotation in Champs League, and that's kind of why you be careful with it, right? Because there's
Yeah.
a lot of champions in which Galio can just
I mean,
not
because
play, and if
normally
there's one of them.
it would look great into like Oriana, Rise, Victor, you know, things that Shreki normally plays, but he just pulls out the Anivia and, you know, like, what do? You're a melee champion that never gets access to the wave, and you can't get away once you dash in.
Yeah, well played.
Yeah.
Shout out Strikey, really good performance for him in this game.
Definitely a redemption from that Akali game versus Maverick Bob in last week's Game 3 series versus
I
the
didn't see
Chiefs.
that.
That was comedy gold, bro.
Oh,
You
yeah?
definitely have to go check that out. If you're looking for some funny highlight replays or whatever, that Akali game. Whew. But hey, I'm glad to see more champions have been added to Strikey's pool. It looks great
Yes.
on the Anivia. Looked a little bit iffy on the way, but I mean, to be fair, he wasn't given much space to cast spells. He was literally being jumped on by like 5 different people.
Yeah,
In
the
game
way
one.
was tough.
Yeah, but the Anivia looked fantastic, and I don't even think he ever. Yeah, he went deathless, right? Yeah,
Didn't he
yeah.
really?
4-0-16, 20 KDA.
Well played, Strikey. Well
Yeah.
played.
All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for Sunday. Tomorrow, I've got Adrien Vincent Monsieur versus Mr. JC Semi, I don't know, fucking McDouble combo at like 7 p.m. If you want to come have some fun watching some high-level Prestige near the end of the Prestige week. It's Karsiak and Friends versus the McDoubles combo for Mr. JC tomorrow at 7 p.m. Anyways, thank you, Seeker, for joining me on stream. It was a lot of fun.
Of
You're
course.
welcome.